What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Eberron, episode 40. What's up?
I remember my first 40.
40 what?
40 ounces to freedom. Going back, yeah. Here we are, beginning of the DnD week. Let's go, baby. I'm excited.
Tuesday.
So excited about tonight. Maybe too excited about tonight.
I don't think you can ever be too excited, can you? I don't know.
Well, you know,
Not for D&D.
I do jump around and kick a trash can a lot.
It really depends on the situation and where you are.
I'm in my garage. My family can't hear me. It might as well be soundproof. My neighbors, on the other hand, they think I'm a crazy person.
Well, I mean, they're not wrong, but, you know.
I'm just thinking about all the awkward places to get real excited.
Proctologist, yeah, check.
He's going in!
Gonna use the whole hand dock? Oh, you ever do time in prison? Oh,
Any swimming
river.
There was a streamer on Livestream Fails that had the police stop by their apartment because they had their window open while they were playing Apex, and he was screaming, "Help me! Help me!" Fortunately, they were younger officers. So they were like, "Hey, are you streaming in here? Oh, okay, cool. Hi, chat." They were like, "Yeah, if you scream, help me, we're gonna come. You might want to shut your window."
I love that chat has become a proper noun. I really do. I love that it's just like a person you can talk to. We love you, chat.
So
Help
good.
me!
You keep me alive more often than not.
True. Help me, help you, help me.
Yeah, you know what? That's a lot better than the shit that I was screaming the night that I played Magic until 9 o'clock in the morning here, and somebody had to come by my office.
Which meta was that?
That was just hammered meta.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't remember. He's just,
That was Mixer days.
hey, could you
Magic release.
keep it down? Yeah.
We're getting ready to go into some meetings.
I'm shit-faced right now.
When I
so-
stood up and walked to the door, and they were like, "Oh fuck, this dude is pissed." I go,
And he smells like a brewery.
"I am really drunk right now. I am sorry. Normally I'm calling out the door before you get here, but I'm playing Magic the Gathering." Oh, he's like, "Oh, I played Magic." It's like immediately diffused. It was like, "Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up. I promise. I'm sorry."
And then you're like, holy shit, it's 9 a.m.
Oh yeah. me and One Up had played against each other the whole night. We'd probably spent our most time like making decks beforehand on that pre-release. Rest in peace pre-releases. Someday I'll make Magic content again. Until then, there's just me playing my same mono white deck, getting my 4 wins a day. I just want them to release.
Magical.
Once they put Commander on there, then it's game on, baby. We need a spectator mode and we need Commander, and then the community will play its heart out and have a blast with it. But you can't be playing standard on there right now. That's no bueno. You don't want any part of that. Even all the regular creators either play limited or they play with the cameras over their shit and they're playing paper. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't do that. I can't go down that. No. I'm invested in my one card collection. I don't want to know how much is in my digital card collection. I don't want to know what's in there. And I've been given a lot by Wizards and I don't want to know. I can't go down that rabbit hole of collecting paper. Not at this stage. I can't.
Yeah, the other weekend I went over to a buddy's house and we were just doing like a board game hangout thing, and I went outside and was sitting on his he's on the 5th floor of the apartment, so we're out there just having a couple beers, like chatting, and I go back inside and the table's set up and they're all playing Magic. I just sat there for like an hour watching, and I didn't understand a single thing that was going on, but it seemed so complicated because it was like, no, you got to take it from that pile, and then this person's going to block, but oh, I have this counter spell, so that means your creature's dead, and I own that creature now, and I'm like, what is happening? I don't know. Like, but it seemed pretty dope.
So many triggers.
It was pretty cool.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
That's why Magic Online is so much better. It does all that stuff for you.
Yeah,
That's why I like playing it. I don't have to think. I don't have to read. It just does.
All that work
stuff for
done.
you.
yeah, but they're playing like the D&D version, which is freaking awesome. And my one buddy's like super into it. So he's like, oh yeah, I've got like these 8 decks of all of these cards. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Someday we will make our return. I promise. You guys, it's the Neon Dynasty right now inside Magic. So you get like Cyberpunk, Japan. It's pretty rad. The card art is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I love it so much.
Magic Art's tier 1.
Do they change the music around when they do those packs, like those theme releases, or
For the online, oh dude, the online client's so abused. No, they should. The audio's awful, dude. Cards don't make, dude. You'll hear like a lion roar on a card that's like not right. Like,
Oh gosh.
it's bad. I leave the.
This is a land.
Yeah.
There's no
is a
lion
land.
here. This is a land card. I don't know if that's. I think that's a thing. Like this is a
It is.
resource.
It's
Like, I don't know.
It's embarrassing.
Not even one where you can
Yeah.
play.
There's
It's
not
just
even a
a
creature on it.
basic
It's literally
land.
grass and like 2 trees. That's it.
Hey, sir, there are lions on the land, okay? And that's why we're
Are
playing
they
this.
invisible? Did you cast a
But-
spell? I need to know these things.
They did release they have a soundtrack for this release, which is super dope. I haven't got to listen to it yet, so that's pretty rad. They're doing cool out of the box things. This is also a set that was completely developed in pandemic. So, you know, they do things so far ahead. We finally caught up what has transpired with what's happened during the pandemic, which is
should be
wild to
interesting.
think.
Ought to go out and touch grass cards in there.
I like that.
I'm gonna play Friends.
I'm gonna play public drinking at a bar.
Okay, you know what? I knew this. So I joked in the Midwest. I was like, dude, watch this. There's wide sweeping change with the pandemic. I go, watch. If anything's going to go down, this will show you that the world has changed. And I was just joking with guys, Cardinal baseball fans. I was like, they're going to take away they're going to implement designated hitter in the NL when this goes through, because I said the world's changing. And my God, it fucking happened. I should have placed a fucking prop bet on it. I was like, hey, when everything's changing, that's the time when you're like, no, it's okay. We're gonna move on. Which for me, I'm not one of the old school, which you will find all around here. Pitcher's gonna hit. No, screw that. I'm tired of playing other teams in the World Series that have fucking Tito Ortiz's batting in their DH, and we got a backup shortstop that can barely make it past the fucking base rounds. I'm like, no. We could have kept Albert if we had the fucking DH. So I'm like, yes, move on. It's time to grow up. Baseball rant over for you nerds.
I'm a Cubs fan, so.
Why does your state have to starve the doid of a place that hates you? You could choose any other area. You know, go give Ohio some love on the other side.
Okay, look, it was like you're a Cubs fan, a White Sox fan, or a Reds fan, and I wasn't gonna be a White Sox fan because I don't want to die of boredom, and I'm not gonna be a Reds fan because fuck the Reds. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a Cubs fan, and I have been a loyal fan from the many downs. There's many of them, and then our one upper. Woo! But yeah, by the way, living as a Cubs fan in St. Louis sucks horribly because you guys are not the greatest fans in the world. You guys are a-holes. Well, not everyone, but most. Most. It was brutal, let me tell you.
Because you
Anyway,
suck.
My rant's over.
Check.
Only stadium I've ever actually pissed on, Wrigley Field.
I didn't even go to the St. Louis. I went to the Ballpark Village right next to it.
That's like your mark of station. The only one I pissed on. The only one.
Technically, a lot of people were, because it was St. Patrick's Day, and you guys don't understand common civility in Chicago, and they just don't put up porta potties for large outdoor festivals because they're a bunch of savages.
It's
St. Patty's Day, Chi-Town, man, insanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also St. Patty's Day in Chi-Town. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
Insanity.
I come from the South. you put up porta potties.
No,
Like,
not there.
Right.
Not there.
Yeah, no. Like
You piss in the river, it's already green.
they don't understand. You put up porta potties. Like,
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it's Chi-Town. They're insane.
Although I will
so
say,
what
though,
it does is it forces you to stay in bars and not hop, because your line to the next place, unless you have entry, is very up for grabs. So it's fucking chaos with a group of small bladders and women of the feminine nature.
I mean, I did Mardi Gras 1 year in St. Louis, 1 year, and I only needed to do it 1 year because, you know, you wake up real early, you get there, you do the whole parade, and by like 1, you're just shit faced. So I think we left at like 5. We were all just like toasted beyond belief, and we're like, yeah, we got to get out of here. Like, we can't make it through the night. Like, it was bad, but also great. It was a good time.
That Mardi Gras is insane.
Oh yeah, it's the second best one outside of, you know, the de facto, you know.
I was gonna say, how does it compare to New Orleans? I've been to NOLA's.
It's literally the second, like, it's like the second best Mardi Gras experiences in St. Louis. It's crazy.
I would say that it's better for most people than New Orleans, because New Orleans is claustrophobic as shit. You can get
And
the Mardi Gras feel for like the different times that you're down there. Mardi Gras in New Orleans is just a bit much.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
It's a bit much. So here you have a little bit more room to breathe, but the area we do it in, Soulard, which is all based like New Orleans style architecture, so it looks very, very similar. We just have a wider, we have a wider pathway.
Okay.
And yeah, it's
Because that is one of the nice things about doing it in New Orleans, is it has this like feel. Like, you can't really get that feel, I've felt like, anywhere else, but I guess they also have it in St. Louis.
hey, let's les bon top rules, baby. We Louisiana Purchase.
It's right up the river, right? So it makes sense.
It's why it goes to St. Louis. It's the same shit, you know. If you
He's
live
pulling out
next
his,
to the river,
DDA myself.
yeah, that's where you get the DDM. Hey, there's a reason why I eat rice and jambalaya like 3 times a week.
Oh, dude, jambalaya is my shit.
Yes,
Anyway.
for y'all in Chatland, I am aware that you're having stream loop problems, and I'll take care of that for you, because I'm here for you, dog. We did have to do a full restart over here on the other side, so I'll slide over here in and start tossing you guys some cards back. Let's see here when they start. Looks like just West Wolf. All right, cool.
Jambalaya.
No.
Jambalaya.
Oh, that's Pact spot. Activity fee is what we need. All right, looks like a protection card. Oh God, all your crafting has showed up here. Why do I have to see your crafting? Yeah, let's do, we want cards played. There we go. Oh, that's cool. It's an option. I can see all that now. All right, here we go. Card given back. All right, now I need somebody in the community. Is it still, are you still able to use the code right now for a little bit longer? For 20% off?
Valentine's Day code?
Is it still the Valentine's Day code right now? We'll find out.
Buy it.
Hunter says nope.
Dang
Nope, it's run out.
If
Ended
only I knew.
yesterday. Okay, cool. I figured it ended with Valentine's Day there, but I didn't know if it extended because of time zones into Tuesday or not. All right.
If only I had a Valentine that would have told me. I could have bought it.
Oh, anybody got big announcements for this week?
Nope. Not on my end.
Nada?
No.
My cats aren't currently trying to kill each other. Right now, they're actually playing. So, you know, that's gone well for me.
Yeah.
Get to go see Oliver Tree this weekend.
Oh, God. Throw rotten fruit at him for me, will you?
Oliver Twist? Nice.
Please, sir, may I have another?
You'll get
No
one.
more alternative music for you, you bastardization.
Well, over here on the channel, we got normal D&D, like we always do, 9 p.m. CST. Good old Baldur's Gate, but anything but Baldur's Gate on Wednesday night. Thursday, the D&D double feature, Old and Strong, Meteorian Core at 5 p.m. CST. Then at 9:30 to 10 p.m. start for good old Witchlight, where we finally battle Barcelona, the beach in the sky. And then on Saturday, we pick up and we do Neon Regime's Quest for Yum Yum Sauce Part 2. Gonna end that once and for all. I'm excited for. We should have a steady drip of D&D on the weekends now, pretty much, unless I'm out of town or at the lake. So expect content and some different stuff headed your way on the weekends. I will also be posting inside the Patreon the updates on our lovely animated emotes that Con Art has gotten to. So if you're a member of the Patreon, I'll be giving you all a nice insider look on all the cool stuff that we're about to get. I'm pumped. You guys have deserved them for quite some time. So I'm excited to share. Very much. And as always with our Patreon, we need to thank the members that keep this wheel greased over here. Our big dogs out there that have committed an incredible amount of support to us. Shabby, Shy Flames, West Wolf, and the OG for namesake. Thank you, thank you, thank you for keeping our cast members paid, refreshed, moisturized, and voodoo.
Driving and in their lane.
And to all lovely $25 patrons, thank you. And the $10 early access for audios, we appreciate you. All the people out in YouTube with the $5 to get in on the early access that never able to make it to a live show, we thank you very, very much. And a Voodoo Ranger, who I'm currently having to chill my cans upstairs like Adam pre-show because the refrigerator's out upstairs.
I finally got it.
No.
Guys, let me explain to you how good this is, okay? This is real freaking good. All right, I cracked this bad boy open right before show, and I thought about saving the first taste until now, but I couldn't because I smelled it and was like, yeah, I'm drinking that now. So if you haven't, you need to get this bad boy because it's lit. Okay, that's all. Hashtag me saying that.
Last week, Umber turned into a god. Chances are this week, Adam turns into a god while drinking that and playing tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm at least joining Juice Force, so.
Insight check for recoil? I'd put that in my gas hole.
Joe.
He's real good.
God, it is. And I'm so jealous. Unbelievably jealous.
I'm a happy god.
I love all these St. Patrick's Day animations, these new ones that have come in. I mean, Drykes with the cat and the Gatling gun, tough to beat. Pretty damn tough to beat. Also, just a reminder out there. Wow, that page is like not refreshing. Well, I'll just keep doing it manually. How about that? Subscribers over on Streamloots. If you guys haven't checked it out, go click Subscriber Land. You're able to get 30 animations that you can play, just like the cards do during the live stream, and react and make us look like fools. There's cards like, oh shit, game over. What the? Pretty cool reactionary cards, but the big deal is if we get 15 subscribers within this, we get our own custom animation, and that's what this is all going to be about. Eventually, we're going to start loading this thing up whenever they give me control to be able to do it. We will be putting our own, just like that. What the fuck? Style animations up, and we're going to go ham with it because we're going to get a cool ass DTD. We're going to do all the things that we can do within 6 seconds, and that's going to cause me to have a hell of an art bill, but I can't wait. I can't wait. It'll be fun. It'll be like the old Mixer days. Very cool. And I get 80 cents on the dollar through this, so it's still a hell of a deal. Way better than any other split. So if you find value in reacting in real time, this is for you, and we'd appreciate it. I'll take a free animation from them. Thank you, guys. Picking up where we left off last week in a wild chain of events that's gotten us to the spot that we're in. A nat 1 roll on a blood ceremony inside the ziggurat of Kashar, followed by a nat 20 roll from Kashar that has led to our party being pulled into the astral plane. Umber's body being eviscerated on the mortal plane. He was asked to roll once again one spell check to see if he believed that he was a god. Once again, hitting a nat 20. For the third time in believing in himself, he ascended to godhood, creating a over level 20 character that assisted the party in anime fashion, fighting Kashar in the literal belt of asteroids around Eberron, as the rest of the party fended off Dracatar, ancient protectors of Kashar's ziggurat. In what looked like dire times for the party, Umber and the rest of them came through and believing in themselves, finishing off with a nat 20, touch of death. You guys have seen Umber in his form, received his blessing, and are now literally being pulled back down to the material plane. Full steam ahead on a neon red astral projection of Recoil's airship. You guys crash land and open your eyes. Once again, in the basement of that ziggurat. No darkness now. No sign of Kashar's infernal writings. Instead, you look and you see a story. And you see the story of Umber's ascension. And where there was once corruption and darkness, now there is light, solace, and a faint red tinge. Did that really just happen? Is that real? Umber.
Where's Umber?
Umber! Come. Bullshit head games.
I was right next to him, and I can verify that was all real, because he's not in front of me right now.
What do you mean? He's right there.
Where?
It was right next to the bin.
And you look, there are no remains of him on the ground.
I'm saying I had a ringside seat. I watched him turn to dirt.
Well, I mean, we saw them. Is he still on that other plane? Did he not make it back?
I think he has found his realm.
I think what we saw was as real as it gets, friends. I don't think that was made up in our heads. I think that's as real as the last time that we went to the dream realm. Real as the first time we sat in the new throne.
Holy shit. Look at the walls. It's a different depiction. Is that? Is that Umber? Look at him. And you see that final like touch of death scene played out in this hieroglyphic form on the wall with this finger that's just right on the forehead of Kashar as the body of Kashar is shown as disintegrating. Wait, are we in our timeline?
Timeline? We are in a material plane right now, and if I'm looking at this correctly, this kind of shows exactly what Umber always talked about. He's Oxy, he's a f***ing god.
And it's his temple now. Fucker always said he was going to write his own history.
There's a
Rico's
song
is
to
going
be sung about believing in yourself. This temple is the first marker.
Rico's just going to kneel down in that spot where he was at. Just kind of run his hand through the dirt. Yeah. Looks like his work, all right. And as he does, you guys see the floor kind of reverberate and the gravity shift as some of that earth raises up.
Whoa, watch your ass there, Recoil.
As it does, you see that small meatball-sized chunk of geomatter. Roll for a second before it goes over to Recoil's hands. And you can see as that dirt reverberates, it begins to collect over both of his metal gauntlets. And it begins to spread. Just patches of it. Not one continual connected network, but this wild patchwork of armor and large clay gauntlets. I think he's left us a few things. A couple of parting gifts, friends. You might want to look around. Umber bestowing gifts to the rest of the party. This gift in particular, tectonic gauntlets. Expand that a little bit. Make it a tad bit easier to read.
It's so crazy. It even gets affected by the light source.
Yeah.
Ah, Founder, you're so cool.
Magical set of stone gauntlets imbue the fists with the power of the elemental plane of earth. While wearing these, I get 1d8 bludgeoning damage in place of my normal strikes. I can expend X amount of charges and extend the fist reach by 5 feet for each charge. When I hit a target with an unarmed strike, I can expend X amount of charges to do an additional 1d8 bludgeoning damage. And I can push them further back. I can also use these gloves to do earthquake, move earth, shatter, spike growth, stone projection, or wall of stone. In my game, as a bonus action, you can allow the rocks to envelop and protect the body for up to an hour.
Oh.
When it's done this way, you're forced out. Gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
But you get your movement speed halved, which is a
Movement
nice. That's a
speed
nice
is
balance.
halved. Dexterity checks. You are a rock.
Right.
When I saw this, I go, this is Umber's gift. That last way of the fist with little Geo. What do we name him?
It was Meatball. It was
The
just
little,
Meatball.
the little
Claude,
meatball. Claude, yes.
Odd, yeah.
Claude lives within this piece. And like all cards that seem to come from the ledger, there's a curse with it. And no, there's not going to be a curse on it. Not happening.
Haha, joke's on you. Umber curses you.
I guess he couldn't take the little guy with him. I'll put this to good use.
I can't believe he did it. I can't believe he became a fucking god.
And one thing, he can never say that he didn't stop believing in himself. He's damn sure giving me a lot to think about.
I mean, he's made a believer out of me. That ain't easy.
True that. Leightash. You look over and you see what looks like a hybrid harp and bow
The hell is this?
hanging up on the wall.
Do lift my stringed instruments.
It's so bright you can barely read it. It's hilarious. This elegant bow has 10 strings and can be used as a harp and your spellcasting focus. While proficient with this, which you are, performance checks are made with an advantage. +2 bonus to damage rolls on ranged weapon attacks with this magic weapon.
Let's go.
You can pull back and fire arrows from it that do thunder damage instead of piercing. In addition, the bow has 10 charges, 1d6 plus 4 each day at dawn. You can spend 1 to 5 of these as an action to cast either Thunder Wave or Magic Missile at a spell level equal to the number charged. Uses your spell save DC. This will use your spell attack to fire off these arrows.
Oh, that's
So it gives you
dirty.
holy crap, a at least level 5 spell of Thunder Wave or Magic Missile. Let's go.
Oh my god!
And I love that it still fits the like thunder, rain, like it's fucking great, isn't it? It's fucking great.
It is on point, dude.
That's so cool.
Now you got yourself a tool. You can't complain about that, baby.
Nope. I mean, wouldn't do any good if I did, anyways, right?
And what's even better is that you use Thunderwave a lot already.
Yeah.
So now you've got like a pocket power one if you really need it. And we all love how you like to go, but now it's a harp. So it's
Well,
like,
see, here's the fun thing. Now I can use this as an ebow, flip it around, and use it to string the
reverse it.
guitar with it.
That's dope. Hanging across from it, Oxy.
Oh shit.
You find a set of goggles. Tinted slightly red in the color of Umber's god form. You can now magnify and focus on targets. When you're attuned to this, you no longer are affected by visual obscurity such as fog or smoke. You can see 60 feet in magical and non-magical darkness.
Let's go.
You have dark vision now if you did not have dark vision. While wearing these, you gain an additional 60 feet that you can see. You also gain advantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
Oh, let's go.
These lenses are imbued with several innate spells that you can cast using the following. You can now target creatures with a hunter's mark.
Oh shit!
3rd level version. You can also locate creature and scry. Casting a spell in this way does not require you to concentrate on it to maintain. Once the spell has been used this way, it cannot be used and cast again until the dawn.
Check these out. I got Umber lenses. See, focuses them in, adjusts them, gets them tuned in just right. Oh, let's go.
Patent pending.
Garomesh. Tracking past near almost the very end of where the patterns and kind of hieroglyphs of Umber's tail. You begin to see the bits and pieces that reflect back on your shared tale. And not far from it is another small hanging, woven together. I forgot its fucking name. I just can't think of it. Dreamcatcher. Prepare to lose your shit.
What is this?
This will be the duality of Death's shadow. But when you look into this dream catcher, instead of the skull, you see the Vitruvian man that switches back and forth to Vitruvian woman. And as you stare at it long enough, you see it's both Garomesh and Callista, depending on which angle that you look at. When you're reduced to 0 hit points, a shadow form of the opposite individual, whether it is Garomesh or Callista, will protect your body. Their hit points will not be 100 like the card says. It will be half of your current hit points. It will be locked to your body with half your movement. It will remain for 1 minute. In that shadow form, you're able to take your normal turn. You have resistances to damage that isn't force, psychic, or radiant inside the shadow form. If your shadow form survives, it returns to your body. And you regain equal amount of the hit points the shadow form has left. If it's defeated, the amulet is destroyed. In this case, the Dreamcatcher. And you immediately fail 2 death saving throws. While your shadow form is defending you in your unconscious body, you are covered and can't be interacted with. You are immune to all damage and don't make death saving throws.
Dude!
So Garomesh sees this and immediately takes out their book from their chest pocket and opens up to like almost immediately, without even like flipping through pages, just opens up to the page, the perfect page, essentially, like the page they're looking for immediately. And they tear out the page and they swap the page for the for this dream catcher. And when the camera looks at the page, it's basically scribbles and scratches, but the first sentence is, "Who is Umber? Who is he really? And why do I get this sneaking suspicion? I've known them for far too long." And then after that, it's just ramblings of interactions with Umber and things that almost triggered memories, but never quite got there. And then I just cover the page with dirt.
Staring back at the items that clearly Umber's had a hand in helping provide, you all notice a small orb begin to develop and float in your hand. As you look at this almost apple-sized globule of radiant energy, and it's that reddish tinge of Umber's god form, you will all roll on how many of these Radiance Bombs that you have. You can use action or bonus action to lob one of these suckers, and anything within a 10-foot radius has to make a 3d6 or has to make a DC, and we'll move it up from 13. We're going to put that at a DC 15. Dexterity saving throw, or take 3d6 radiant damage, and has the potential to be blinded.
That's huge.
This will be a 1d4 plus 1. Let's go. Everybody has 5 Radiance Bombs.
Oh, you're rolling. I thought everybody was rolling.
I'm just going to do it across the top so somebody doesn't get hosed.
Hey, you did max. That's the best you can hope for right there.
Left us some nice tools. I'll have to thank him for that someday. I do a little shadow boxing, little Umber style. Somebody's gonna punch something after all, even if it is a stupid idea.
With that clot on your hands, you definitely fill in that gap in our team. Just go in and swing the hell out of them.
I'll save that for a moment. I'll stick to my gun first.
Yeah, it's probably a better idea.
You never know.
Hey, Mesh. I know you and old Umber had a little bit of a back and forth going. There was some history there. Don't need to get into it, but hope that chapter is resolved for you. Hope you don't have anything, any loose ends going on there.
All 5 minutes ago did was unravel it more. Everything is loose ends.
Oh, well. Here for you, man. We'll figure it out. I'm sure this ain't gonna be the last we have to deal with Umber. Sure he'll come knocking on our door anytime soon.
Hope's a weird thing. Don't let it bury you.
Don't let it leave you either. Hope's one of those necessary things that help keep you in the path of the light.
Hell, even just gives you something to look forward to, man.
See?
Can't just be going around here constantly beating our head against the wall. Gotta be doing it for some reason. And, you know,
I mean, money.
maybe we can ascend as well.
Now, if you believe in yourself enough, Umber is fair proof that even, I mean, can't say even he would become a god, because he always said he would eventually ascend and become a god, and he made true on his word. And we can take these tools in remembrance of that. We'll see him again. That I have no doubt. Very curious as to what the future holds, because remember, we talked some pretty crazy shit to the Red Wolf about uniting all the lizard clans that aren't the dark scales we still have to deal with.
Man, our to-do list is quite long.
For some reason, I wonder if Cletus ever got my Pow Mau.
I must say yes, but I don't really know.
Oh, I could use his jokes, his dwarven bread, some ale right now. I hope we can find our way to a city soon. I know it hasn't been long, but I could use the comforts of, well, I mean, other people. I love you guys, but could use a little something extra.
Wait, you tired of looking at our pretty mugs?
No, I'm not.
No, he's just tired of showering with you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like
Garomesh,
showering.
you know I have not had a shower since, well, it was that wonderful.
It was Umber. Umber literally gave you your last shower before he ascended.
Did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, you stripped down butt ass naked and he threw water on you. Over in the tent.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
You ever think
Yeah.
that maybe that's why people don't like you?
No, I mean, people love me because I'm charming and I'm very talented with an instrument in my hand, but
I mean, Oxy's got an excuse. He's in a tin can all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of sweat and it just kind of, what the hell is supposed to do about it?
he's also Redarian. He was literally potty trained at knife point.
It's effective.
Yes. Shit or die.
3 times a day, Mr. Regular.
What the hell did I walk back into?
Acid too, or
And we're just talking about the meaning of life and Oxy's childhood.
It's a sad story. We don't need to get into it.
and how people don't like Leightash because he doesn't shower. I don't know if you have olfactory components in you, but if you don't, you're lucky.
I got plenty of old factory components.
Not old factory.
The hell you guys are talking
a
about?
joke.
As I'm rubbing some patchouli into my hair, pulling it all the way out to the ends of these long dreads.
Holy shit. Wait. How long do you think we've been gone?
I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes maybe.
Seconds.
I sure hope so, because our ride is getting ready to leave. I don't feel like walking my ass out of this jungle, that's for damn sure.
Then we shuffle back up the rope, or do we try and feel around here for, Umber's lower door? Because this is his ziggurat now, right?
Umber, please grant me guidance to get out of your temple.
Show us your lower door.
Get the fuck out. I'm just kidding.
You're flushed into the swamp. No. I poop. Umber. I would like you to once again roll your spell attack.
God.
Oh my
You're just
God.
trying to make this go south at some point. Oof. One moment.
So 1, building collapses, we all die.
Yep, that's how we decided we were going to end the campaign.
Do so with advantage.
Oh well, that's good.
2
You're kind.
nat ones. Building collapses. We all die.
All right, I'm just going to do an unarmed strike because that's my well, no, that's not a spell attack. I lied. Spell attack. There it is. Whoop. All right, there's a 17 and 23.
Everyone has a divine intervention card with the range 17 through 23.
What?
Damn.
Man, that's when you wish you would rolled a 1.
He tried giving it to you.
Can I add a D10? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, this one's got to be small because I'm giving it out to everybody. It's literally asking for a prayer to a god in a realm where gods don't show their face. This is your Umber card. Not bad. It goes to MJ, and I can't think of a good 17 on my mind, but not a bad spread.
Yeah.
Now, the other table.
Wait, there's another table. Oh,
The monsters get weapons too.
was not
There's
prepped on
always-
another table.
I didn't do it. Or did I?
Get out.
Get out. This would be the point where I wish I remembered page numbers again.
Who needs them? Page numbers.
Pages need numbers.
Well, you know, if the D&D Beyond search was on point, it'd be a different
Like, at all
story.
functional.
Come on, give me the chart. All right. Here it goes. Umber, I need you to roll 2 D20s.
10. And a 17.
All right. This was essentially a keep the best outcome out of the chart. The 17 days become weeks. Would have been roughly 1 week later of us assuming back into this spot. But instead, 7 through 13, no change. Let's go. As Umber guides us back in to the proper timeline. Staring back out, you can see the red wolf. Actually, you're still down in the basement. I forgot. You don't see the red wolf coming up the steps yet. We got that rope we came down here with.
Yeah, it's still secured, at least to the halfway spot.
All right. Gym class time. Athletics checks, baby.
Of course, it has to be athletics.
Recoil makes his way up the rope. Oxy followed behind in tow.
Hey.
Hey!
Oh!
Come on, Leightash. Use them little chicken arms.
Not checking arms. That's carrying a lot of stuff.
Oh, and you can see he's weighted down. He's got all this shit over his back. Oh, like the rope kind of swings out a little bit. He's like essentially jumping from like knot to knot. Oh, just barely able to make it up there. Like you get up over the edge, you do the belly tuck and roll over. Oh.
Just laying on my back. Oh, thank you, Umber, for letting me make it out of your pit of death.
AKA the GCX exit from the pool.
I will sing songs to your greatness and your ascension to godhood. Oh,
I'm a
thank you,
beached
Umber
whale.
I can't wait for that fucking 11 p.m. exit from the pool again.
Or when the lightning starts and they say, I gotta get out of the pool.
Fuckers.
Thank you.
If I die, I die.
I tried saying that, but they wouldn't allow it.
Nope. I remember. I was there.
Oh, then we'll be reliable. Reliable, not reliable.
I see you found a few things you might find useful.
Yeah, we found something.
We lost another useful thing, too.
Christen this temple in his name. Is now, as he pats the soil, the ziggurat of Umber. Fuck those dark scales.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's all right. I'll tell it to you in song next time we meet.
Insight
Can I do an
check.
insight check on him? Yeah, I was just gonna say insight check to see if he recognizes the name Umber.
Go ahead. I'm pretty sure
You're
Umber was
inside
with us
checking
the
the
whole
red
time.
wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, another nat 20? What?
He doesn't recognize the name Umber.
What?
He looks back at the rest of the party as if everyone is accounted for that went in.
Right.
Whatever you believe, big man. I'm sure Umber was there in there with you.
You telling me you don't remember Umber? The dude that helped cover us in Earth gunk so that we could sneak up on this ziggurat not but a day ago.
I know who he is. God damn it. It's your choice to believe whether he helps you or he doesn't. After all, he is a god.
I turn to Oxen and go, Umber is a god and has always been a god.
Chills.
I am fucking speechless.
Yeah.
This
It is not only the Red Wolf. Umber has always been a god. And Umber hasn't actually existed in either of your minds the same way. He has always been a god.
I need to lay down. I want therapy right now.
Son of a bitch.
I'm kind of laying on the floor, so that's kind of the same thing, but I could really use a hug. Recoil? No?
He gives you a hug.
Ah, thank you. Pick me up too, please. Thank you.
He wipes Claude's mud across your face like war paint. We are not out of the jungle yet.
Fuck yeah. Let's get to the chopper.
But this makes a lot more sense now. A lot more sense.
Does it? Because I'm still really confused. Like, I understand it, but
I guess the one thing I'm still wondering is, does the Eye of Urgarot know this? Did they witness what happened?
Last we saw, the Eye of Urgarot was ripped open in a portal. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I certainly didn't see the eye when I was in that astral plane.
I didn't either.
Maybe it manifested all of its energy to try to bring back its daughter, Kachar. We've seen it twice now. It's taken a lot of energy for it to manifest itself. I'd earn the side of caution. And no matter where we are, whatever plane we're on, it may be watching. But make no mistake, we have an eye for an eye. We know our boy is watching as well.
And I do know that if there is a single ziggurat left that is not waving the Umber flag, I got words for them.
I have many words for them. But it is time, friends, for us to do our work. You'll find provisions back at camp. Let us know how you would like to proceed, as we will meet again when the time is right. I'll be proud to fight by your side until these desecrations are removed from this land.
is that Red Wolf? Appreciate that. much as I guess anybody can appreciate it. You're kind of badass to fight with.
And do you remember that blessed spear you chucked? That thing was ridiculous. All right, well.
Lucky shot. Let's just say, big guy was looking out that day.
Yes, he was. So with provisions, you said there's ale back at camp, right?
Indeed.
Yep. All right, come on. Down the ziggurat of death. Umber, and let's have ourselves a drink, a rest, and I'm gonna take the Dreamcatcher with us next time we go.
Yeah, that thing is. I'm putting that in the suit.
It's not a bad idea. Sweet
Yeah,
Dreamcatcher in it.
It's going there for sure. We need to figure out where our next stop's going to be.
Please don't say White Cliff. Can we go back to New Throne? I can't go to that fucking hillbilly town.
We got business in a couple of different areas, but
What the fuck is White Cliff?
Right?
it's the seltzer that everybody's been drinking.
No, it's the town upriver from New Throne.
That's the thing. It never actually existed in your mind. It's the same.
I don't know anything about no White Cliff.
Okay, so there's New Throne, right? And then up the river, at the very end of it, there's another town, and it's called?
I don't know. I've never been there. Why do you want to go there?
Oh, no, I don't want to go there.
I didn't intend on going any farther north.
Good. It's making sure. It's not the most fun place unless you like playing Miss America Pie every night, like 5 nights in a row.
Got some fond memories I can see. A mild amount of trauma.
Seems like that's most of the places you visit.
I mean, you talk shit, you play music, you get involved with girls, and all of a sudden, people try and kill you.
Come on, hippie. Let's go get some ale.
I've been trying to get us there for the last 5 minutes. Down the ziggurat of Umber. Let's go.
Wait, you want to go back down there? We just got out of
No,
it.
not down the this is down the stairs.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Trudging back through the swamp. Hippie in tow. You guys hear the songs of the swamp begin to take over. The insects, the amphibians ringing out. Maybe even a song from your bard. As you guys gather back around that fireplace. Once again. Smell of this time cheesy jambalaya. And a large cast iron pot. Cast has been rolled over, propped up against the rock next to the side. Lanterns lit. In a festive yet business-like atmosphere. As there's still a lot of work to be done on the Red Wolf side, and you can see that industrial complex begin to roll out as the harvesting begins. Also, as part of the team begins to transition in out and start to prepare their things for the next spot. So other than not heading north to the town the rest of us have never been, we gotta come through with our end of the bargain now.
That's where I was leaving off with. We've got some tribes people to try to woo. Seems like the most pressing piece right now. Got our security of New Throne on its way out. Need to establish a new status quo for the area. And what we promised them was that the lizard folk could do it. Fend for themselves, look out for themselves.
Well, we certainly have a strong position knowing that they're leaving. We can thank the comms on that. Tail tucked between their legs. That'll be nice. City will take credit for it, not us. That's the important part. Maybe there's just enough heat that's rolled off of us. We can roll into these negotiations. But we're gonna have to find the Twilight Walkers first. And then,
We're thinking they're in New Throne, right?
now they're certainly bound to have representatives,
presence there.
ambassadors there. First point of contact. Trying to get there and convince them our plan is their plan. That's going to be the tricky part.
It's got to be done, though. I don't really see any other option for that one.
Well, we might also come back to a city in chaos. Who knows? We got to
It
prepare
depends
for
on
the
how fast
worst.
some reach been packing up.
Depends on how many of the guard were endemic. Just how big is the king's actual guard outside the region? It may create a lawless town for a period of time.
If anything, that should make our case of selling a little bit easier.
Maybe. Maybe the king's not on that throne anymore.
A lot of what ifs, though.
A lot of
Seems like-
hypotheticals that we might have to get that radio out for. Give us the greater picture.
Yeah, it probably ain't a bad idea. Do a little checking in before we make our way back.
Damn right.
Probably the right call. Oxy's helmet just immediately zaps up. Okay. On tune in. Catch what these airwaves are putting down.
Give her hell.
Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna flash a genius. I haven't gotten to sleep yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and add it on there.
Go ahead.
22. Lock it in.
Not bad. Not bad.
Faint communications in the distance of Redrin Guard. We are folding up and taking the rest of the gear.
To the NGR pirates! We're leaving here now! There's no more money left to be made! We're cutting losses.
As you hear that the Reedren are taking ships from Lanziar pirates to take the rest of their gear out of New Throne and Kabara.
Remembering where those bands were faintly for the Elven Flyers and the Dino Riders, I want to try to take a listen to see what might be on either end. I don't know how we want to do that.
Go ahead and roll again.
Oh, the danger. Oh, the danger. All right, hold up. I got an idea here. Let me just run this by everybody before I go and stick my fucking head out the window of speeding train. So Reedren are leaving. Seems like that's pretty much on the out. My thoughts are that we're probably not the only people that are aware that the Reedren are packing up out of New Throne. I have an idea of what those bands were for some of the other communication from some of the surrounding groups, and y'all think it's a smart idea. I was going to try to listen in, see if we have any threats of them pushing in, maybe trying to take over New Throne with this power fluctuation. Worth the gamble? 'Cause if I get caught, we may have new friends on our doorstep real quick.
Go for it. Worst that happens, we run into the jungle and they deal with the Red Wolf.
I think information is always useful.
When it comes to affairs that involve the radio, I'll trust your best judgment to get us information when we need it. No questions asked.
All right. Just making sure.
Tuning in up north.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
13.
I am gonna
Panicking.
I'm gonna fucking lucky. I'm gonna do it. If that's okay.
Yes.
Better. 17.
I'll float you a little inspiration from the song I'm playing by the fire.
D10?
D10.
D10.
Fucking 10.
Not much, but it's a 19 now.
Take it.
And we'll lock it in.
Up north. With advantage.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh my god!
No!
Holy smokes!
So, big ol' ouch, folks.
You hear static at first. Then the sound similar to that 1990s modem again. It almost turns to grinding gears as that radio begins to overheat. Recoil, wisdom saving throw. Actually, not wisdom. This will be intelligence saving throw. You need to make an intelligence saving throw on your radio.
$20.
Thanks for eating up that one.
As your radio gets so hot that you have to remove it from the top of your head.
Ah, shit.
It explodes.
The fuck was that?
Tell me, General Oxenheim, is that a bad thing that your head almost exploded?
Yeah, that was on my head, and that was about to be no more head.
Glad you got it off.
Uh,
Who were you tuning in?
I was trying to check that upper band where we had heard the train. Something reached back out.
Or
And you
was
can
that
see
just a homemade radio.
And don't you talk shit about my electronics. You know they're good.
Last time that happened was the Warden. Recoil.
You can see Recoil is bent over and is in a restart.
Recoil.
Hey, let me take a look at him.
Hold on. I mean, the last thing you touched exploded. Just give him a second.
I'm not doing anything. I just want to see if we can understand what's happening. Just not touching, just perception. Seeing if I recognize what's happening.
Go for it.
Perception, or would that be investigation?
Either one.
Do those lenses give me advantage? I think they do on perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
$22.
22.
It looks like a normal reboot cycle. He's not stuck. He's not blue screened. You can see the binary going across the lenses of his eyes. But there's a lot of grinding of gears.
I think it sounds worse than it is. I think it's just a hard reset. Something came through on that connection.
Bullshit. He usually tells us when he's going to reboot.
I don't think it was his choice, is what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, thank you, Umber.
That's a thing now.
I love it. I'm here for it every time.
Hey, how you doing, big guy?
Better than your radio.
Yeah, that was
His radio exploded? When did you go into that reboot?
Same time.
Correlation is not causation.
I'm not. No. Okay. Garomesh, my hands are off.
Let's not
you know
touch.
what caused that for you, man?
I got bad news.
Yay.
I got real bad news.
Well,
Trying to put this into words that you can understand.
you know what? We've already lost our friend Umber, who apparently was a god the whole time. Just go ahead, lay a Cleveland steamer on my chest. It's not the first time that's happened.
As I've
That's a
said
lot of
before,
information.
can you just shut the fuck up? for a minute.
Okay.
He's here. Lord of Blades is here.
That son of a bitch again.
Wait, I'm sorry,
I
what?
think you're thinking about the warden.
Leightash,
Oh,
you don't know
Shut
what
up.
the fuck you're talking about. So just let me finish. He's fucking here. He's not in the morning anymore. What you heard. He's got a train. That's what you heard. Far in the distance. I don't know how many of them. That sound that just went off. That's going over everywhere. Any radio waves that are open. That's called a war. Any machine. It doesn't resist it. They're gonna fall fate to some kind of reprogramming. It was like when you humanoids are charmed. He was giving me directions, rally points, place to meet. But I never quite got there. I fended it off.
so that reboot was your way of resisting.
No, I couldn't. It was my consciousness. The part that's not me. The part that's not machine. That's the only thing that saved my ass. He's planning something big. And now he's got a way to move. It's probably a damn good thing that that radio blew up.
One less way to track us.
You thought the IR was bad. This could have been 10 times worse.
You think he's just got any train, or do you think he has the train?
Doesn't matter. Anybody that has a train is a huge problem.
Fuck.
Anybody that has a train no longer has a train.
Before the helmet blew up, based off of the strength of the signal, is there any way of knowing if it felt like it was coming towards Kibara, New Throne area? No way. Yeah. It was in the same band of where we had heard originally, so we know regionally kind of where that signal strength was at, or I have an idea. But
Gentlemen, I think there's things that House Thrask and House Orion aren't telling us. This reroute. I think the Lord of Blades has more to do with it than anything else. I think that northern route, I think they took it over. Why go all this way? Start shit with the elves for no reason.
and go closer to the morning. That new route that they're talking about comes right now next to it, doesn't it?
I think they lost their asset. And I think he's got it now. And while you're wondering where the hell this thing could be going, well, it certainly can't come here. It doesn't have tracks to get here yet.
No.
But don't put it past him. He's got an army. And plenty more just like me that don't have a conscience, that don't have an operative, that got left out in the morning to rust and rot away. All they want is an operation. If that's true, it makes all of this make much greater sense. Damn it. We lost our radio. That's gonna sting.
Yeah, that is
It'll
not
take us
gonna
a
be
while.
easy.
We'll try to put it back together again.
Ain't gonna happen overnight though.
We know the Readerin are leaving.
Even with this new info, it still feels like New Throne's the best next spot to head to. Because even if House Thrask more than likely are withholding information about this, it's probably best that we keep that card closer to our chest. See where they try sending us before we start prying for more information from them.
No. There's only one thing left to do. Show the fuck up.
Show the fuck up.
Anyone else looking to do anything before the end of nightfall? Now is your time to interject.
I would like to poop my pants.
While you guys are being adults over there, I was just creating a small dirt and water man on top of the rocks. See you around, Umber. I'm gonna go back to my tent.
As you guys make your way back to the tent, can't help but occasionally hear in the distance throughout the night what sounds like a train. I'll let you guys go grab a beverage and use the restroom.
Is that just me, or is that a train? I feel like it's just me. It's got to be fucking with my head. I'm paranoid, right? It's got to be.
No, it was outside my window. No, it's not.
Anybody that's ever lived next to a train,
Yep.
No, me.
Yep.
whenever
It only-
whenever those ghost train sounds carry, that's the wildest shit on the planet.
I felt like it was impressive how quickly I forgot that there was a train track right next to the house. It was
Yeah, it
only
just kind of
about
becomes like
it-
second, you know what I mean? Like in
It's just
college,
Yep.
I lived in a house and we were there for 3 years, and there was a train track literally like 40 feet behind my house. Like it was like literally right there.
Yep.
And it was just like there was constant trains going back and forth. And of course, you're going through a town, so it's just like every fucking road is like wham, 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 wham. Like,
Yep.
and it was just like, but you just like, I mean, you could feel it rumble as it goes by, but like it just became second nature. Like you just didn't even think about it.
Nope.
We have one here that comes by
Until you
roughly
got
once a
just
night.
a little too high, and then but then it
Yeah.
became very aware.
I just like mute my mic because like sometimes it's like loud, like when it does come by. It always comes by during D&D. No other time it's just like, hey, Adam's doing D&D. Weep weep. It's just like we're coming through.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe.
Dude, if
But
I
you are
rolled that
believer.
nat one, I am the Terminator.
Dude. Oh, that's scary. Scary.
Oh, I know my Radiance Bombs would have expired right there.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that. Oh, we don't want to get too much into it, but I feel like that changes things in a different way, not like in a future planning way. Like I feel like the immediate actions don't necessarily get affected by that information, but the like 2-3 episodes away actions get heavily affected by that information.
Oh yeah,
Ugh.
it's more
Ugh.
of the big picture and
Right.
why the reroute. Lost asset to the north.
Does Red Wolf know? I don't think he does know, honestly.
Maybe, maybe not.
No.
Government can be very compartmentalized,
No.
and it's also not his task.
Nope. That was where my thinking was. Is that he seems to
Whether-
be pretty clear on his mission.
He knows about it or not, he has a different threat to take
Yeah.
care of.
Oh my gosh. We were just gonna stick our nose in literally everything. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, what you got cooking over there?
Isn't
Oh,
that-
what's you making over there?
Isn't that a proper D&D party?
Yep.
Hey, what guys? What you got going in this town? Let's
What,
go ahead
what
and
you guys doing?
let's go ahead.
You need
head
some
up for ya.
chaos? I got some chaos for you.
You got good things. Well, I feel like taking them. What you got over there? That looks awful nice.
It looks mighty fun.
You wouldn't be keeping that for yourself, would you?
Oh, and the Umber timeline change. Ah.
I hadn't even told him about that.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
He was a god the whole time.
I'm so interested to know how many ziggurats got changed in that timeline change just by that happening. Were there any other Ziggies that got, rebranded in that moment? We won't know until we get there.
35% ziggurat rebranding with Umber rewriting the timeline.
Confirm.
Leightash bubbling about taking a Cleveland steamer. Shut the fuck up.
Leightash needs to be Leightash sometimes. Just let Leightash be Leightash. And then even after he's told to shut up, does he shut up? No.
Nope, he takes his on the Spectre mask and he goes plays with mud.
Yep. I'm not thick.
Not Vic.
Oh my god, I love this campaign. This is such a fun start to the week.
Get your head in the game.
Yep. I don't know. I love the dynamics that have shaped up around this. I mean, the last time Oxy tuned into the north, we heard Dino Riders. From then to now, I mean, we're talking about literally 28 hours, maybe.
Yeah, so we heard Dino Riders around a train. So whatever went foobarred up there, the Dino Riders were a part of.
That's crazy.
Probably
That's
probably trying to recover the asset. as we're supposed to work with them in the south as well. So whatever got botched up north.
Eesh.
And we don't know the timeline from how long it went because there's some weird radio activity, because the only reason we got that piece was from the storm and us being able to reach farther up there. So we don't know when this asset was compromised. There's a little bit of a sense
Juice?
of paranormal and what the timeline is from there to now.
This would be Mr. Wilford's second train if you're watching Snowpiercer.
I can't not think about it. I can't not think about it.
As soon as it came up, it's like, oh, this is Mr. Wilford's train.
Dude, I've been holding off and watching it because I don't want it to corrupt my own ideas. But
I'm banking all this new season. It's just all being recorded. I'm gonna watch it at
Same,
one
I
time.
haven't watched a single episode of new
Oh,
season
there's-
yet, but
now, was
one
there
and
a
two
movie
are-
and then a series, or has it always been just a series?
There was a book that they turned into a movie, and then it became a series. And the series overshot anything that happened in the movie.
the
it's-
movie is
it's,
a different take on it.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it's a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The series is its own independent piece.
What are we talking about?
Snowpiercer.
We've heard good things.
So far,
The
the only
acting
thing
in it
Sean
is
Bean hasn't been
top-notch.
killed in yet.
Give it time.
Yeah, give it time.
Where is
That's
that
why I said
on? Is it
so
on
far.
TNT of all things,
TNT.
but
Real weird.
it's season 1 and 2 you can get on HBO Max.
So good. I love it. It was literally watching that on HBO Max that got me locked in. All right.
Leightash, would you shut the fuck up?
I will not.
I love the dynamic.
He leaves
It's so good.
he leaves the small clay action figure on Recoil's chest like a small Cleveland steamer.
Yeah. When Recoil falls asleep, he just becomes an earth elemental, like.
Slowly, his body heating up turns that thing to clay. Oh, what
Well, that
the
way, like,
fuck?
you know, if anyone tries to kill him when he's sleeping, he's like resistant. You know?
It's just like
What? Sorry, I thought you might need protection. That's all.
con saving throws to wake up in the morning.
Do we get to click the long rest?
Oh yeah, click that long rest.
Yes.
That's my secret.
Much
I'm always awake, so I'm always up first.
You?
Did this sleep reduce 1 point of exhaustion, or would it do 2? Just is that a one finger?
Yep, I can cast. How many points do you have on you?
I have 2 in total. Now I
Okay,
have 1 after the long rest.
I'll cast Lesser Restoration before the end. I have a second level spell slot to do so.
Cool.
Anybody else that needs exhaustion pulled off?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
On it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm asleep.
There we go. The general up and having coffee.
General is up early.
First thing he does is pack up that damn dream catcher.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Starts working on it and working on detaching it from the tent.
Fun fact. Dreamcatcher is not there when you guys go to sleep. Garomesh has that Dreamcatcher now.
Oh, yes. What a great piece.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Where'd that
Ace
fucking
you
thing
wonder,
go?
guys. This whole campaign.
So what you see then when you all wake up is Oxy digging through the tent looking for this damn dream catcher, trying to find it. I knew it was right fucking here.
Ale from the previous night, making it a little bit fuzzy. Roll an investigation check.
$17.
Damn thing's nowhere to be found.
I swear, it was right fucking here. Leightash.
What? I was in the dream
Dreamcatcher is
realm.
gone.
I saw you and you were bowling. I don't know why. This is amazing. You hit 3 turkeys and you were going for the 4th. And Umber told you that, what? About dream catchers?
Donnie, you're like a child. Just walking into conversations.
You woke me up, dude. It was your turn, and then Umber fucked your shit up. And now what?
You're out
The
of your
dream
element.
catcher.
You're out of your element, Leightash. He's looking for his teddy bear. All right.
No, I'm not looking for the teddy bear, damn it. A dream catcher.
Hold on.
The thing that would have literally saved our lives yesterday is gone.
As I dig through my robes and I find something, lick the tip of it, and I start to draw on your armor this little circle dream catcher thing.
I don't think that's going to have the same effect, Leightash.
If you believe it will, it will.
Exactly. Listen to Garomesh. If you believe you are a god, you will become a god. If you believe this will help you from the evil spirits. Look, I even drew you little chicken feathers down at the bottom.
That was ridiculous.
It makes you look hard. Nobody's gonna fuck with you now.
I'll show you hard.
Whoa. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. We are the Fist of Dalcor. Give you some right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you make coffee? Because
No,
my head
not
fucking hurts.
yet. I'm still bummed about my damn dream catcher.
I mean, we can do arts and crafts and make you one, but I'm gonna make coffee first.
Coffee is important. 3 regulars.
Just gonna go to work getting the percolator set and over the stove or the fire.
I'm gonna take a finally after giving up on the Dreamcatcher, take a peek outside to see what has changed at the camp overnight.
Slim pickings. Most of camp is already broke down. And you can see what was left of a fighting force is quickly turned over to one of a mining camp. You can still see center command that's there, but only a small amount of auxiliary tents like the ones that you saw before. As House Tarask has largely moved its fighting force to a different location.
Just not investigating. Can I see the direction that looks like they moved in towards?
Roll a survival check. 14. You do not.
Oh shit.
You have no idea where this force has gone to.
No.
All right, I got 3 regulars. One of the guys who's got the cool little overalls on and the pick helped me get the fire started. So, here you go. 3 regulars.
Yeah, man.
All around. Ricoro wants
Yeah.
some, then you can have some.
They're packing shit up out there. It is they're on to the next.
This is definitely the mole squad compared to the guys who had all the armor on them.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
I had a feeling next time we pass this way, it'll be a little different landscape.
Well, get your minds right. Let's see if we can get an easy way back home or if it's going to be the long way.
I swear. If Reed pulls back on that deal, he's so pissed. I ain't
Isn't-
walking.
Lied to us yet, so it's just go by what it is. He needs our help again. He's not gonna fuck us on this one. If he does, well, shit, we'll just go do something else.
And we're all in accordance on heading back towards New Throne, right?
New Throne
let's-
seems to be the play.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to get right in the middle of New Throne, or do we want to be kind of like on the outside of New Throne and be like, hey, what's going on the outside of New Throne, and make our way in?
Coming from the north?
I don't believe we have a choice in that.
Oh.
Kind of like we didn't have a choice when we got here.
He was selling it like he could put us anywhere we wanted. You know, I'm just saying. But you're probably right. They probably got connected spots.
Get your coffees. Get your mind right. We'll go see.
Just before we make our way into the commander tent, Oxy's gonna take a knee on just a barren spot of ground, gonna stick his hand into the soil, scoop up some dirt, kind of drop it slowly out of his hand. Umber, it's been fucking fun, man. I know you'd be looking out for us. You got good eyes on these lands. Ain't much for the hoodoo, but you do that voodoo so well. So keep on keeping on. That'll be Oxy's little goodbye.
Can I, RoBear?
Adam,
Yeah.
don't ask for approval at my table for the
roll a
25th time
Roll a
again.
persuasion check.
Roll a persuasion. Ah! 8.
Carry on.
Oh, my friend, that's the first time you fucked up. That's a noted.
Well, you can only reach me if you're rolling that one.
Oh, you did say disadvantage, didn't you?
No, please. If it was me, you'd roll advantage every time. God help me. Umber, help me.
So we making our way over to the command tent?
Make it away.
Make it away. Make it away. Make it away.
Also, side note, I love that Matt is doing that now.
Yeah, he is.
Before we go over to the command tent, I'm going to go back towards the fire and I'm going to grab my little clay man who's now been fired at this point. Put it in my pocket. Have a sketch with me, Umber. Let's roll out, baby.
Anything else? Headed back towards the Red Wolf's tent. No guards standing by.
Hey, anybody home?
Yo, Wolf!
No
Nothing?
response.
No, he did.
Oh, maybe he did? No, I can't think that ill of him. He wouldn't have left without at least giving us a ride or some sort of emissary.
Oxy peeks his head in. Coming in.
Lifting up a small flap. Inside, the place is barren. Except for a small summoning circle. And a small piece of parchment with red wax and the seal of the wolf laying next to it. As you can see, the rocks collected from in and around the campsite, now carved with sigils.
Well, shit. Guess he must not be the sentimental type. Didn't want to say even goodbye.
You ever strike you as sentimental? Man is a cold-blooded killer.
Dragon killer.
I wouldn't go that far. Looks like there's a parchment there.
Oh, shit. Yeah, look at that.
I'll pick it up and take a look.
Gentlemen, the time has come to move to our next location. For you know as I, the battle for the hearts and minds of this swamp runs deeper than these bogs. I know that we will once again meet. When that time comes, I will find you. I hope you will find this summoning circle of adequate nature. Thank you. Your assistance was vital.
And just as you get to the bottom of it, it tapers and burns. There's those little bits and pieces of red ash float over. They light up the sigils where the rocks are at.
This mission will self-destruct in.
As I finish reading the letter, I turn to Oxen and I go, "You're wrong, man. Super sentimental. This was all a love letter to you. I can't wait to see you again."
I guess we talking about General Oxenheim over here. I mean, he did leave the biggest impression.
You're making me blush.
That's literally how he signed his letter. "You're making me blush."
Wow. Well, maybe this will take us to some vacation paradise where we get to sit on the beach and drink fancy drinks.
Yeah, wait, how do we drive this thing? How do we tell it where we want to go?
Diagon Alley.
I think you need to enunciate that a little bit better.
Never been there, but I heard the beaches of Valinor are nice this year. Around now. No? Fine. Going back to New Throne?
Do we need to click our heels or something?
We all have to get naked, rub ourselves with the oil from the wax.
Shut the fuck up.
Again?
You know, when you
As
keep talking about
Recoil
getting,
walks past you and just literally, he shoves you as hard as he can with the clay gauntlet. As he steps forward into the summoning circle.
I want to see how much of a bully you are. Roll your strength and against my strength.
Careful,
All right.
you might have a new character.
If I'm rolling, I'm sending you 10 feet back with expending one of the charges.
I mean, you do what you need to do. I mean, you want to treat Leightash like a dog? Go ahead, treat him like a dog.
Oh, it was almost the 20. Oh my god.
15.
So close.
Recoil.
This man's about to use an inspo. This man's about to use a lucky to get past this 15.
This dynamic is what I live for.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'll take that shoulder and just push back at you. What? Make your fucking point.
Oh, hold on. I get advantage from the gloves.
He's like, I'm not done yet. Damn it. You heard what I said.
Sometimes you just need to do.
Now you heard the man. As Oxy slaps you on the back and pushes you in towards the ring. Not nearly as hard. Just gives you that tap.
He only does that because I'm his favorite.
Yeah, he does.
I fucking hate you.
It's the portal before it's right before it can get just on the H.
I fucking hate you.
I think he was about to say, I have so much respect for you, is I think what he was about to say.
100%.
Burn in a well.
As you guys jump through that portal, concentrating on what place inside of New Throne.
Oh shit, do we all have to be concise? We have to have consensus?
It's meta. It's for the table.
Okay.
It's for the table.
I want my arm to go here. One leg to go there.
Drawn and quartered by a teleport to New Throne. Fun.
And then you
Do
guys
we
get to have a scavenger hunt to piece me back together?
do we want to do outskirts of New Throne?
Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go right back to home base.
Go to the tavern?
I'm thinking about, Cletus's tavern, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seemed to be the last danger spot for sure. All right, I'm down.
All right. As a group all begins to concentrate on heading back to the creature comfort that they know. It begins to become incredibly foggy. This time, you can feel, as you've traveled before, point A to point B, from the material plane to the astral plane, from the material to the dream plane, from inside whatever secure location was underneath New Throne to out in the jungle. All of a sudden, it feels so much more abstract. And it feels like you're tumbling instead of traveling. Constitution saving throws from everyone.
Neat.
Neato.
All I see is Rosenwork Row and Bubert's Lone Star.
You see all of these locations, Leightash. So does Recoil. So does Oxy. Garomesh, a much, much harder yeet. You're lucky to hold your lunch in at this point. Almost hard, as if you're pulling G's, you can barely open up your eyelids. And as you pull and try to set yourself and your thoughts near Cletus's tavern, it's like you can't. And it overrides. And you see New Throne. You see the promenade. You blaze well past the outskirts in Cletus's tavern. And then you go up those marble steps as you feel yourself being pulled into a summoning circle inside the castle. Swirling around, you open up your eyes in the middle of a summoning circle you've never seen before. Staring forward, you look at a person that you've never seen before. And you open up as that sun pierces through a stained glass window. You see an individual with their hat brim down low. Describe what they're looking at across from them, Adam.
Before you see a man or a machine, can't really tell, standing before you. Earthy brown, dark leathers. He's wearing a duster. You see this like a deep black and brown cowboy hat, tucked real low, covering his eyes. And you see probably the bare bottom of what looks to be a burly beard, and what looks to be a piece of like metallic armament that you can see kind of cuts off right at the neck where you can see skin, which then appears to kind of fade behind the beard, but it doesn't quite look right. You can't quite stake it as armor or if it's a part of him. It's a bit confusing, and likely with this arrival, staring back and probably has the duster pulled back on one side, and you can see this polished, clean, almost futuristic, different looking pistol, as he just kind of stands there with it hand right next to the holster. Well, looks like we have some uninvited guests.
Adam, your character has overridden any teleportation circles inside of New Throne. Currently, everything reroutes to inside this area in the throne room. Security detail that you have put in place.
You got about 5 seconds to tell me what the hell you're doing here before I put you back down on the ground. As he looks up, and when he looks up, it's eerie. It's creepy. You see the beard, and you see almost like piecemeal pieces of skin, but most of the face is metallic. And you see one red glowing eye, and then one eye that almost has this covering over it, which is just black. You can't quite make out what's going on there, but this eye almost like adjusts and rotates and almost seems to like enhance on each of you, looking you up and down as you appear. Well, get to talking.
I think I mispronounced where I wanted to go.
Yeah, not where we were wanting to be.
First, Umber, roll a history check with advantage. I'm sorry, Adam.
Ah,
Well, as soon as I roll this, things will be revealed, I'm sure.
Not in game yet.
Oh, true. History, you said?
Yep, advantage. $19. Very clear that you have a reader in general. While wearing several modifications, still a reader inside the room.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check, advantage.
$22.
22. Staring back across, you see a very old Model 1 Warforge. A model you haven't seen in a long time.
Well. This is a motley crew. I believe your kind just left. Their general, you might want to catch up.
Hey, the fucking region? Nah. Hey, my crew.
And you look familiar.
Pardon me, but you don't.
As recoil is itching on the trigger finger, as you all are staring back at a Mournforge. More human in nature than the ones that you have seen, but still man and machine.
Let's make this as simple as it can be. Who do you work for? Because this group right here, private contractors. We just stepped through a House Thrask portal on a mission of need-to-know basis. We weren't supposed to be here. I've given you ours. Is this a play ball situation or not?
I'm going to insight check him. See if I can glean anything. See if it seems truthful.
Seems as professional out of military as they could be.
Yep.
Clear-cut contractors. Doesn't stutter. You haven't known a Warforge to not be.
Well, I'm always up for a good game or two. But who I work for is also on a need-to-know basis. But I can play ball. I'm familiar with House Thrask.
Obviously. We're here. So if we're gonna put things together, doesn't look like you're working for the Reedrin.
Doesn't smell like it either.
They couldn't afford me.
Contractor situation as well. Well, I believe we've gotten our answer, gentlemen. So, have the Mournforge inhabited this city? Are you a gun for hire?
Morn forged. Bunch of bitches.
Well, that's a good answer.
I'm
You realize
the
that
highest bidder. And yeah, I know damn well what the fuck I am. But haven't you heard? I'm the greatest specimen alive. I am both human and machine, perfected, and yada yada yada.
No. This is what you get when the ego remains, and less of the programming. See, Leightash, if you combined with a machine, that's the kind that you would be.
Is it okay to speak now? Because I don't want to die.
Who that fucking hippie would never be me.
Now he's our hippie. So you're either gonna tell me who you're contracting for, or we can find out the hard way.
I wouldn't recommend that. But I know in a game it's fair to play some cards and hold some close. Now you showed some of your hand, I'm fine with showing some of mine. I work with the Twilight Council. For them. I'm here to protect them and their interests. And if that doesn't align, well, then we will have problems.
Well, how
say
about
Twilight?
that? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we just found our head of muscle for the Twilight Walkers.
Ain't that fucking convenient?
He's gonna shoulder his gun back over behind him.
You'll see Oxy's suit kind of power down a little bit too.
You'll see this individual's pistol. You can see some like lights and some tubing and things. It's not a standard like gun. It's not something that you would just pick up from any kind of shipment. You'd see that as I move my hand away, and the hand itself is part machine, but the thumb and trigger finger are in fact flesh and bone. As he kind of like moves it away, you just see this like shimmer as the lighting and stuff changes and kind of dulls. What business do you have?
Oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Pretty much the fate of K-Bar. Nothing more, nothing less.
That all. It kind of like stares, and you can see again that red eye just kind of, it's almost like twitches, and like you see it kind of like almost seems like it zooms or enhances and just kind of, it focuses and it sits on recoil for a bit. And it just kind of like seems to just like, it's like peering in, trying to like grasp at something.
Roll a history check.
Straight up?
Straight up.
Okay. 19.
You're gonna stare back at a Warforged that's got some modifications on it, and certainly some strange. Well, it looks like mud on it from the field. In the form of but you recognize that's an old school model, and it takes you back. You're able to make the connection and probably guess roundabout's a serial number.
Tell me. I'm curious. What's your designation?
Wait, the BFG didn't give it away?
Oh.
A one
I'm
model
aware.
artillerist. Your voice sounds an awful lot like an old friend. You look like shit.
I've been through some shit.
Yeah. And here I thought those cigars were gonna be the ones that killed you.
Well, that's the one good thing that happened. Well, I'm harder to kill now.
How the hell did you survive?
As he reaches out to embrace with a handshake and hug.
I reciprocate. I give him the kind of the bro handshake, clasping the forearm, and I go in and give him a hug, and I take a peek at the serial number as I do.
He'll reach and look over.
Yep.
Yeah. It's still there. You don't have to take any contraband off me, Gunny.
Oh, of course not. He's like trying to remember Recoil's name. Recoil.
It wasn't Recoil.
Oh yeah, he was just a number,
It's
right?
just a number.
Wasn't it? Yeah,
It's just 01.
you're right. 01. Fair enough.
And you were just Gunny.
Yep.
So,
Leightash, are you seeing this?
I'm seeing this, but I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, do they know each other? Do they want to kill each other?
So why do you look like shit? I mean, you're covered in dirt.
he just came from the
Don't you
field.
know you're supposed to keep your parts clean and functioning at all times? That's basic 101. I mean, we covered that when you first came too.
Well, if someone hadn't pulled us through a fucking portal, we'd had time to take care of that, Gunny.
Well, first off, you know damn well I didn't pull you through no fucking portal, and I almost put you all down.
You taught me a few things, but you're still man, and I'm still machine. Well, I guess you're a little closer these days. So what do you go by now, Gunny?
Well, used to be someone different. Now, well, the way I like to call it, I'm an echo of who I used to be. A little different, so you can call me Echo.
Echo. Recoil. Nice to get reacquainted again.
Of course. Who
Boys.
the fuck are you running with?
Well, here's my motley crew. Boys, this is an old friend. This is my original Gunny. From back in the war. Believe it or not, I'm partially built on the programming of this dipshit. He's a hell
I'm
of a
smart
shot.
like that.
At one point in time, he was known as the best that man got. But then, man made a machine.
Well, I got old.
Oh, see? You started to run your own race to catch up to us. Maybe we'll actually have a decent shooting fest.
I just wonder if you still got it.
Ah, that dude can shoot a can off an ass a mile away.
Well, he should. I programmed him that way.
I'm not the one that had to shove bolts in my ass to get here.
I shouldn't have laughed.
I thought it was funny. What it
So-
was about.
Let me figure out this arrangement, if you would so oblige. You've got Reader General.
Name's
Same
Oxy.
time. Oxy, clean, fair enough. You got what appears to be a Kalishtar with a Readerin, if I'm pinning that right. As his eye like enhances again.
The Fist of Dalcor at your service, or your destruction, depending on what Recoil says. Either way.
I don't know what the fuck the Fist of Dalcor is, but okay.
Don't worry,
And,
I
you've
am
got-
like the fist.
Masked individual here. Interesting.
Roll another history check.
Eight. The one bad one I roll.
Always the mystery.
Yep.
No clue on Garomesh, but looking back and seeing the Kalishtar and the Readerin, you slowly begin to put two and two together that we are the sleeper cell that has caused you to
Yep.
be here in the first place.
Well, I think maybe we should get some drinks. Catch up. I can get to know your crew. I can
First
figure out what
smart
the
thing you've
fuck
said
you're
so
doing.
far. Drinks, let's go!
He's gonna be annoying, isn't he?
Yeah.
Always.
Well, I'm
Kinda
lying to you.
smirks.
I'm his favorite.
I fucking hate.
He said it again. He has the utmost respect for you.
See? Exactly. Every time. You speak Recoil, so do I. You know, he keeps me alive. I keep you all inspired. There's a lot of bugs in here. What the
That's because you smell.
You know, honestly, that's what hit first. It wasn't even you guys appearing, it was the smell. I'd
You can
recommend a shower.
Do you know one? One with girls. Or guys, either or. You know, I would like a little company while I'm bathed.
Do I know how to shower? Yes, I know how to shower.
Well, I don't expect you to shower me, but I mean, if you're volunteering, you can certainly try.
Just look at Recoil.
Echo. If you kill him before I do, I will never forgive you.
Well, no one's offered to pay me yet, so I haven't, and I won't. But
How much?
I think you're missing a component here that's called time. Time will change that. Time has an odd way of changing things.
oh,
But please, come. Let us get drinks and hear more of the people that I can't leave.
follow me. Don't stray. Don't go on the other side doors. Don't touch anything. Got it?
Oh, I'm definitely looking around,
Yes, sir.
taking all this in. Got them fancy Umber lenses on. I'm peering around everything.
Now, inside this room, you see a greater throne room across the entire map. You're inside a room with just this summoning circle. inside of it.
Okay.
So literally, you're in a self-contained. It's an ornate, but self-contained room that's about
Got it.
that size, that has entrance and exits over it. As you guys
I will be able
go
to look at as we walk.
through the ornate halls, this thing has been decorated in Renaissance style. 100% lavish. The whole New Galifar to a T.
And this is my lack of knowledge. This is the New Throne Castle,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. 100%. Trying to build this kingdom in the swamp, in the jungle, like the old empire.
Right.
So in all of its ways, it's lavish and over-supported compared to the outside of which you know the city to be, except for that very, very Renaissance promenade up to its marble steps. The one thing that you notice above else is just how empty it is. There are not a lot of employees. There are 2 Twilight lizard folk about 100 feet from us with pole arms and that shimmering kind of iridescent scale that marks them as Twilight, guarding a particular door, one of which Echo is leading us to.
Now you said you had business.
Yep. But we're also
Here.
thirsty.
Very, very thirsty.
All right. Well, since you rudely arrived unannounced, I can see what I can do, or we can go get some drinks.
How about we get some drinks and we arrange that time?
That's what I mean.
There is a little bit of human left in you.
Wait here. And you'll see me walk over to those guards who probably are on edge looking at you guys. And I kind of put a hand up to like calm them. And you see him just kind of whisper something to the guard. And then I'll disappear into the room momentarily. And then I'll come back out shortly afterwards. We got some time, but if you want, they'll meet.
But boys, I'd consider that a win. We got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, color me intrigued. This place seems like it's running under new management.
Well, I don't really run the show, but I run a show, my show. It's my charge. If you do anything to jeopardize that, we'll have problems, so don't. Got it?
Excuse me, I'm gonna need exact definitions on what jeopardizing that chart is, because I've been known to fuck with shit.
Anything that comes out of your mouth, jeopardizing.
So you're saying I should shut the fuck up, Leightash?
I'm going to plug it with ale, mead, wine,
You know
whatever it
that only
takes.
it only makes it worse. If I speak to whoever he's talking about and we die, I'll feel bad about that in the afterlife.
Don't worry.
Given-
You did enough stellar negotiations the last time we were in a tavern. We'll take over from here.
Perfect. You know, tell me to negotiate our lives. I'll
What?
speak the truth. That's what I do.
I look back over towards Echo.
What can I say? He's a lover.
Yeah, I'm sure in many ways.
Oh.
I'm gonna look back towards Echo and give him a little wink.
And
Later.
disturbing.
As we begin to like walk out, I just kind of like put my arm around Recoil, and you just like I just whisper to him, you know, if it wasn't you being here and me recognizing you, you're all dead. You do know that, right?
If it's not for me recognizing you, you're going back to the shop.
Well, I guess
Let's
we'll
put
both
it
be
this way.
a bucket of bolts.
We might cancel each other out. But you got hired for a reason. Because somebody else can't keep up. And you heard the news. Well, he runs his mouth. He looks like he should have went home with the others.
Pretty sure he has.
And that man with a mask, there's some bad motherfuckers. Do you think I'd run around with any less?
Two of the three I get.
Oh, buddy, it's the fourth one that you can't see. That's the one you need to worry about.
You see his
Come here.
eyes just like scan. Like, there's a fourth one? What the fuck? He's like,
Takes his top hat off, sits down at the table, and grabs a bottle of high test from back behind this empty Renaissance bar that the two Twilight are guarding. And it's this lavish, old school hotel bar that's completely empty except for us in it. As we take one of those booth tables and sit down with a handful of shot glasses.
takes off my hat. Just you see like a bit more comfortable, but would insist on sitting. Would at least he would insist on sitting on the outside of the bar, facing the door, like outside of the booth, like facing the door. But
Know that. No,
looks
back to the
comfortable.
entryways. Smart man.
Well, if I need to leave in a hurry, I get paid to keep things safe and moving.
But this place was under your control. I mean, shouldn't you know before anything jumps up in a hurry?
Leightash, it's just habit. Once you start doing those types of things, you just don't ever sit a different way.
You know, I put things in place, protections, those kind of things, and yet you all appeared right where you're not supposed to be. So I'm on edge. I apologize.
As far as I'm concerned, you kind of pulled us here. I was looking to go to Buford's Lone Star. I wanted to eat dwarven bread, drink ale. People.
Buford's Lone Star, you know, we actually passed through there on the way up here. That dwarven bread's something else.
Second to none. Did he pour you a Pama cooler? Just curious. It was a cocktail we were working on.
No, he offered everything. Really nice guy.
That's
We'll
Cletus.
struggle to move around. Had a nice dog too. Smelled good. Mentioned a couple friends he hadn't seen in a while, but nice enough folk.
You know what? Recoil, I like him already. He's already been through Cletus and lived, because Cletus is such a violent individual. He would have definitely straightened him out by now.
Looks like he got out without the diabetes, so that's a success.
Another benefit of the machine, as it were.
I'm glad it had an insulin detect on it. He'll carb you
Oh,
up
it
before
was-
you can't move.
It was going off, but well, we made do. Speaking of going off and radars and all that, you if I'm not mistaken, y'all have made quite the stir here. You match a lot of descriptions of a lot of individual I've been hearing about, causing a lot of problems. When I explain,
Not us.
really. So you know of another Reader in General and a Kalishtar running around together.
I saw him last week. Looked like they were leaving.
That's what he said. I mean, I was playing a bar.
And I thought he was the bullshitter, as I point to Leightash.
We might have broken a sky or two. I'm just fucking with you.
He brought the whole fucking curtain down from what I hear. But hey, I can drink to that. As he raises a glass to everybody.
That I can get behind.
The Skybreakers!
Oh, that's the name they gave, yep. Skybreakers. Fair enough.
Skybreaker, not guy breakers.
Well, I said Skybreaker. You wanted to hear what you wanted to hear. I can't step in on that. Sorry. But I mean, if you're interested, we can always merge the two forces.
Why are you touching me while you're talking?
Sorry. You know, it's been a couple of days.
Leightash, are you lonely?
Always.
Be lonely over there.
I'm just gonna shoot you this look that is absolutely just.
Don't mind the bard. He'll fuck a tree stump.
It's
That depends on
kind
how
of
many
a true
curves it's got.
well, someone else who feels the same way I do. It's about time.
I'm not a tree fucker, hippie. Let's get that straight. And you don't know me, so let's not pretend like you do.
No, I was hoping to make a friend though.
Yeah, we can be friends, but don't get your hopes up on anything else, okay, cowboy?
Hey, as long as you say no, that's all I need. If you want to go a little further, just let me know.
Does he do this with you guys like every night, or
No, he doesn't. Shut the fuck up.
fair enough. I'm gonna
Very
love
true,
you.
very true statement, but it's paid my trade long before I met you guys.
Oh,
But he
you're
milks it.
bard. Right.
He helps
Is he
make
good?
things go boom.
Is he good?
Actually, he's a fucking killer on the guitar.
He's good at running up a tab.
I mean, all these things are very true. I'm also very good at hiding behind outhouses, and when there's not one available, recoil does make a adequate substitute.
He was a coward, but we've made a man out of him so far.
I'm
So
still
don't
a
worry
coward.
about drinks and food. This is all covered by the house.
Well, I didn't see anybody here to collect it, so
Yeah, it would be me.
they got you running hospitality too.
Some jobs pay a lot more than others.
I don't think they pay you enough to cater the place.
Let's just say sometimes you get put in a situation where you take what you can get, and they're doing all right by me. And I try to do all right by them. I have a reputation to keep. That is.
So it's done then. King has been
done?
dethroned, and we have a new charge of the castle, do we?
What the fuck are you talking about, King being dethroned? No, the king hasn't been dethroned, you fucking idiot. I'm here to help with negotiations and some planning with the Twilight.
No, I'm saying that it seems like the Twilight are now running this place. Is that not what's happening?
No. At least, not from what I can tell. I don't know all the negotiations. I'm merely paid to protect and run security.
Yep. Looks like someone's a step ahead of us. Where there's a vacuum, the smart will learn to fill it. I think what you're seeing here is Twilight get ahead of the situation. Looks like they become a new part of the security force of this city-state. Would that be a correct assumption, Echo?
And what I can gather, it's about right. Clearly, the authority here doesn't have much, and is very amicable of negotiations, as it were, and I just happen to be part of a group that can do something about it.
Don't mind me, but how does one exactly find themselves employed by lizard folk out in the middle of the swamp?
It's wondering the
Echo?
same damn thing.
If you
Well,
don't mind me asking.
I'm sure you can tell a lot of things have changed. Kind of like throws his hands out over his whole being. But, well, I was on a job, and that job didn't work out quite like it was supposed to. My employer decided to cut relations, I guess is the way to say it. Fucking psycho. And so, well, I needed work and some payment, and I happened to run into some wonderful lizard folk who, well, needed the protection. And they're paying me all right. He kind of like tosses up a couple, and you see like small pieces of dragon shard. He just like kind of tosses onto the table. So, you take the work you can get, and I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. A lot of tensions going with a lot of interested parties.
Well, I'll be real honest with you. I took a job with Warden 17. My airship blew up over the mountains. I lost money and I lost guns. That's why I'm here in this swamp.
Oh, he ain't happy, I'm sure. I've done some work for the good warden.
Well, about the warden. We had a little run-in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We didn't quite see eye to eye on that one.
That tracks. I'm sure.
It's not gonna be so friendly the next time. Not that it was friendly this time. So, you can say both of us had a little bit of out with our employer. And that's what we're here for now. We got a vested interest in this swamp as well. Because our new employer, House Thrask, has put us in charge of unifying the railway to the south. Now the lightning rail is diverted into its area. It's our job to put together the security that will ensure that it gets there. So look at both of us. In security work in the middle of nowhere. Who'da thunk it?
Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? I'm trying to... If maybe this is me not understanding, you know, I get intelligence from the field, but as far as I can tell, and he looks at Oxy, no offense, but Reedon really aren't all they're cracked up to be, you know, well-oiled machines and all that. Trying to understand the part where a town is more secure when you take the secure forces out of it and burn it all to the ground. How is that supposed to benefit you, General?
Well,
Oh, there.
I'm gonna let Oxy handle that.
Because he doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
See, these Region, they got their mission of their own. Yeah, they're mercenaries. They're here to do a job. They had motives. Those motives became clear. And we decided it was time to put a stop to that. So that's how that ends up being. It's not a matter of the place needing to be left undefended, but couldn't stand by and let that group be the ones to hold the reins.
You mean
So now we're at an interesting position, because now we need to figure out a new security force for this region.
Yeah, you didn't really think that one through. And don't you mean your people?
What about them?
I'm just
They're
trying
not
to
my
figure
people.
out.
Not anymore.
How does that work? How do you, as a general, you just say this is fuck it was too hard, and you turned tail and said I'm done?
More like all of my being was a manipulation, and it was none of my own making or decisions.
Hell, you sound like me in a sense. I didn't choose this. I woke up like this.
Interesting. Now, how does that make you feel then? Pretty shitty, doesn't it?
It's got its perks. But wasn't in my deck, as it were. I wasn't a card I would play or gamble with, but here we are, and well, I've been known to gamble a day or two in my life, so you play the cards you're dealt, and you hope you get lucky on the river.
It's that fatal last card flop.
No judgment here. I'm just trying to put the pieces together here. I've got a old friend and a very interesting group. What about you, quiet one in the corner? How do you fit in all this, if I can ask? Yeah, clearly not you, Leightash. You speak more for everybody here.
I love that you get who I am and I don't have to say anything.
Can I shoot him? No, I'm just
I told you,
Certainly try.
not under my dead body. He's mine.
So I'm your favorite, right? Right?
I fucking hate him.
So how about it? As he looks at Garomesh.
Sometimes. Actually, you kind of hit the nail on the head a few minutes ago. Some of us wake up different, and as Garomesh says different, they drop the disguised self for a second and change, and then go back to Garomesh again. And you just have to move through every day, day after day, just to get to the next day.
And when you say you woke up different, is that a metaphor, or do you mean literally that happened?
And he like looks at Rico and, you said you served with him?
Yeah. He's as good as it gets.
Were you ever tasked with going in the morning?
Brother, I am the morning.
Not a metaphor.
He raises a glass specifically to you. Well, and in that, we are the same.
I was there the day it happened. And I woke up like this.
Funny how that works. Everyone's got a different tale of their experience. And it's different. It's all fucking shrouded in mystery and oddities. And I was doing what I do best. Working on a sweet new model. I mean, top of the line. Flight transportation, stealth. I mean, it was a beauty. Gonna be my best creation. No offense, Recoil. You always got a soft spot in my heart, being my first.
None taken. But for all those bells and whistles you put on those models, took away every bit of tactile memory and RAM they had. They were a shell. They couldn't move on their feet. Yeah, you could deploy them, make a hell of a line. All those sacrifices didn't make them any better.
Yeah, you may be right. I had many a conversation with my employers about that, but, well, you follow orders. And, kind of looks at Garomesh. Well, I was there. One day of the morning. Loud. Chaos. Light, dark. You do what anybody does. You dive for cover. Well, next thing I do, I'm, waking up. Booting up. Somewhere in between. Confused. Thriving. Scared. Felt like I was looking through a lens for the first time. Yet I knew that lens my whole life. Hell, damn near had a heart attack, if I still got one, when I looked at myself for the first time. But, well, there's only so many things you can do at that moment. Let it consume you. And you go fucking crazy like half the people that did survive did. Or you get yourself so pumped up on ego that you've transcended like certain groups. I'm sure the warden gave that holier than thou speech. So I did what I did best. Worked.
Was really just kind of pissed off he didn't get paid and lost his guns. But yeah, he was a real get about it.
And just wait. You ever run into him again and he has the chance, there is a high probability you're going to get a nice, wonderful, long monologue about how great and powerful and wonderful he is. And every time I did a job, it was the same thing. And how I had the audacity to not truly understand who I was and what I achieved in that moment. And that never really sat right with me because I didn't achieve anything. I survived. Barely. And by whatever forces happened, I came out better and worse. So, I don't choose sides. I choose whoever pays.
Sounds pretty familiar. When the big boom went off, I did the same thing. Other team. I ran a lot of detail for the Lord of Blades. Early on, seemed like the right thing to do. Then over time, same shit. Different side. Well, years went on about how they were the best of both worlds. Mine became obsessed with control. Whatever bit of man that you all developed in us, they tried to strip away. Once you get a taste, there's no walking away. We first met, I didn't have that inner monologue, that voice that you used to or still do have in the back of your head. That was a foreign concept to me. And through a strange set of events, I understand. You still have that voice inside your head? Or did the morning take it away?
Constitution saving throw.
I haven't had a dice roll in a minute. Oh, jeez.
And there
So
it is.
good. So good.
It
So
is
good.
still Adam.
I know exactly what I was going to answer, and this is fitting.
Go with it.
I've asked myself that every single day. I don't know what the fuck I have anymore. Who I am, if that still exists. I'm something or someone else. I don't know. In a lot of ways. I'm like you, rebooted, with a purpose.
Similar but different paths led us to the same place. Seems like we were destined to work together again, whether either of us liked it or not. I'll be frank. We want these folk, Twilight Pact, and whoever else they trust. We want to see them get theirs. We got mutual interests. We've seen what can happen, and who wants to carve this place up and make it their own. This is their land first. We want to make sure that they get the biggest piece of the pie. But as we've seen before with the Radiant that were here before, that ain't always the case. They came in here as security. They tried to take over this entire culture. So what your employer wants is what we desire. And our employers empowered us to make that decision. But we need to get this shored up as quick as possible.
Well, I think you've arrived at the right time to insert yourself in some negotiations that are happening. You should know there's other forces at play here. You may have taken care of the Radiant, but I've gotten multiple reports of a rival cell, call themselves the Dark Scales. They've been vying for power. It's been a real pain in my ass. You should be advised and be aware. I can get you some more information and intel if you need it.
We could use the intel, but it's our first time running in with them.
Let's just say the dirt on the boot and covered the rest of us. That was from how far these appendages were up the Dark Scale's ass about a day or two ago.
Yeah.
Well, you're helping my job out too.
We got a bigger problem, though. We can help you secure this city. That, I believe we'll have no problem doing. That bigger problem. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. Probably more than what anybody wants to give sitting here at this table. But there ain't no getting around it.
Which bigger problem are we specifically talking about? Seems like you've got quite a few.
How to put this? Down south. There's a tribe. But it ain't lizard folk. It's man. And where that railway comes from, they want to see the extinction of not only your employer, but any potential ones that look like them. So we're gonna make this thing work. We got a real big problem. And it starts and ends with Flame Watch.
Echo kind of ponders this for a bit. Looks down at his glass. Well, I think there's a saying there. The enemy of my friend is dead.
Speak softly now. This group has been employed by our employers. But I believe if we can make the odds in our favor, our employer might just see it our way. And I'm sure your employer would love to know this information. So, what will be? One last ride?
I could use the air. Sounds like it would be a fortuitous one. You'll have your meeting.
His name is Josvok. And let me tell you a little story. And that is where we will pick up next
you hear-
week.
As you hear Garomesh go, fuck that. And then cuts off.
So here's a little story about a guy we know well.
This is a story
Not
all
gonna
about
go
how
to
I
hell.
went to Kabara and it turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute to sit right there and tell you about Josvok the fucking dick.
I just wanted to hear the story, just card after card after card, just laying them down.
Yeah,
This motherfucker, and then,
And then
Great
you did
RP.
this.
That was so good, man.
We've been looking forward to it. It was fun to see what we got to improvise. We laid a little groundwork and then let it go. It was good times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Echo.
New
Echo.
character revealed.
Dun, dun,
I love it.
dun.
Echo and Recoil.
Yep.
It's a good pairing.
Oh,
Did you know that Recoil knew you? when you were building? Did that come in? Like, was that a part of that?
We can save that for the after show.
That's a good after show question.
Patreon thing, if you want to know some more details and the juice.
If you want to know it early, everybody gets to see the after show. It's just if you want to see it tonight or tomorrow.
And I do want to. I will say, not on that subject, but I know I saw several very kind, nice messages about people being sad that Umber is gone. Umber is not gone. Umber is ascended and very much going to have impacts going forward as RoBear deems fit. And he's already told me that he's going to have conversations in the future about various different things. So Umber is not gone. He is still very much here, but I appreciate the kind words, and it's up to RoBear now on where that goes.
Umber is a porcelain man in my coat now. He's not going anywhere.
But honestly, was I ever really there?
That's all I keep thinking about.
Stop!
Umber.
I'm down to save that for after show.
Forgotten.
Umber is all around us.
Yeah. You know, when we were fighting the warden, you know who was up there? Just us.
Yep.
Umber was there behind us.
Stop. I don't want to think about that. That's a mushroom trip from hell right there.
You can I thought about this. Obviously RoBear would have to pin it as approved, but I thought Umbral the Astral Guardian. That is moniker.
Love it.
I thought of Umber the Astral Guardian.
Wearer of the belt.
As in terms of details with Echo, yeah. Patreon. After show. Those are where those juicy details will come out. But I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Me and RoBear.
So we just lost connection for a second, but
oh well, you know. Here we go.
it's probably because I just sent the Nick home that I ordered. Like just
Probably.
Send the Nick home? Yes? No.
yeah, it's 100% new OBS edition right there.
Classic.
Yeah.
Hi chat. Hi chat.
But the recording was smooth. We'll see you all tomorrow for Baldur's Gate. Much love, y'all.